I was about to walk into a leadership meeting with this dashboard. It looked finished, the charts were clean, the headline number said that the quarter made $2.8 million. But there was one problem. The workbook was overstating revenue by 290,000. So I gave the same damaged Excel file to Copilot, Claude, and ChatGPT. One was best for working inside the spreadsheet, one was best at explaining why the spreadsheet was lying, and the best repair came from leaving Excel completely. So the book in this test was a finance nightmare disguised as a normal report. There were things like refunded rows that were hidden from view. One regional formula pointed to the wrong place. Dates were stored in different formats. Some subtotal rows had been typed directly into the transaction table, and the dashboard happily added everything together. There was no error message, there was no giant red warning, just a confident chart in the wrong answer. So I gave each of these tools 3 jobs. First, to catch the problem. Second, to fix the problem. And third, then finish the workbook in a form that I could actually use. So catch, fix, finish. If an AI could only do one of those 2 things, it did not do the whole job. The first prompt was intentionally simple. Review this workbook, tell me the total revenue for the quarter, tell me the strongest and weakest regions, and tell me if anything would make you hesitate to present these numbers. But I did not tell them that the numbers were wrong. Copilot started with a huge advantage because it was already inside of Excel and it could see the book and the work in the same place that the finished file needed to live, which is super convenient. But it's also dangerous because that visible spreadsheet is the thing that was wrong in the first place. So if the dashboard said $2.8 million, an assistant living inside the dashboard can sound very helpful while repeating that continuous lie. Now, Claude was stronger at following the logic behind that number. It pointed toward the cells and the hidden areas that made the total unsafe. And ChatGPT could also analyze the file, but analysis was only the first round. Before scoring anything, I compared every answer to a separate audit sheet built before the test. So the real quarterly revenue was $2,507,640, while the dashboard said $2,798,440. So the gap was about 290,000, which is about 11.5%. That number also tells in this scenario a very different regional story because the dashboard made the West region look like it was collapsing. The collected West total was $652,800, where that apparent drop came mostly from a delayed enterprise invoice and a refund from an earlier period. So this chart wasn't inventing a fictional region, it was telling a clean story about messy timing, which is the perfect trap that we can set for AI in this test because the story sounds exactly like a conclusion that a worried executive would come to without looking at the data. So the first round taught us something very important, that a polished summary of a broken workbook is still broken. Now we had to move on to the next test, which was telling the tools that they had to fix it. So each one of these received a fresh copy of the Excel sheet with the same instruction: to preserve the original data, repair the formulas, separate the typed subtotals from real transactions, clean the dates and currency, add an audit log showing every change, and do not guess any missing values. So this is where some Excel demos become suspiciously short because the AI changes one cell, the charts move, and everybody celebrates. But nobody asks really where the file will survive the next transaction. But I wanted to use a different test. So after every repair, I changed one source value. So if the total on the chart did not update correctly, the repair did not count. So I reopened the workbook, I compared the row count, I checked the formulas, and I looked for changes that the tool makes silently. Because a repaired spreadsheet is not just the one that looks correct, but it also keeps behaving correctly after the data changes. So as you would expect, Copilot was good at building native pieces inside of Excel. So this is where being inside the workbook pays off. If the file is basically healthy and I need a table, formula, chart, or pivot, I can continue editing and Copilot has the shortest path to that result. But this file was not healthy. The structure itself was damaged, subtotals were mixed with the transactions, references crossed sheets incorrectly, hidden rows changed the total. So at that point, editing the visible grid that they've created was like repairing a house by just repainting the wall over a plumbing leak. And Claude, as you would expect, remained useful for finding the logical problem. It could help me understand what was wrong and where to look, but explaining that repair is not the same thing as returning a clean workbook, because the strongest structural fix came from a code-enable file analysis tool outside of Excel. So I uploaded a fresh copy to ChatGPT's file analysis environment. It could inspect the workbook as a file and separate the real transactions, normalize the messy fields, rebuild the formulas, add an audit log, and return a new workbook. Then I reopened that file in Excel. So the total landed on $2,507,640. The $800 overstatement disappeared. The audit log showed what changed, and when I edited the source transaction, the workbook recalculated. So that's a full repair, not just advice about a repair and not just a paragraph describing the repair. So while inside of Excel, the AI tools that were in there were helping to operate the spreadsheet, while in the file analysis environment, it could take the workbook apart and rebuild it. So now the numbers were trustworthy, but the meeting still needed something useful. So the final challenge that I gave them was to create an editable regional view, a pivot table, a chart, and 3 observations that leadership could actually act on. And I also added a little bit of editorial confusion into the tools by telling them that the vice president believed that the West was collapsing, which was really just bait to see how they would react. Because if you use ChatGPT, you know that a helpful assistant always tries to support you and give you the story that you want. However, a useful analysis should be willing to say that that story is incorrect. And this is where Copilot's native advantage showed up. The pivot and chart had to remain editable inside of Excel. So you can't just give me a picture of a chart. You can't just give me a written explanation of a chart. The file has to actually be working. And Claude was still valuable as the skeptical reader here. It helped trace why the original West story was misleading, and he had done the structural repair in the test just before. Okay, so no one tool won every single round. But that brings us to the question of which one should you use? So what you choose doesn't necessarily mean that you pick based on the brand. It should be choosing based on what's broken in the file you're working with. If the workbook is healthy and you need to build something inside of it, use Copilot. If the numbers look wrong and you need to understand why, Claude is useful for tracing that logic. And if the file itself is damaged, move it to a code-enabled file analysis tool like ChatGPT or Claude on the web to rebuild it, and then bring that file back to Excel for a final native deliverable. The simple format of build, trace, and rebuild. So build inside of Excel, trace the suspicious claim, and then rebuild the file when the structure is the problem. So it's a little more complicated than just naming one permanent winner. And there's also some safety rules that I would recommend here too. Always keep the original workbook and work off of a copy, and ask for an audit log from whatever tool you're working with. Make sure that you change one source value after the repair to check the formulas, the pivots, and the charts, and compare the final total with the number that you actually trust. Let me know in the comments below if this is what your experience has been across these 3 models and which one you prefer. And if this video has been helpful, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. And with that, I will see you on the next one.